never last. They got me in the sights. No surrender, no trigger, fingers go. Dangerous life. Hey, 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 every day when I wake, I'm trying to get up, they're knocking me down. Shooting me up, spitting me out. Hey, 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 when I need to be saved, you're making me strong, you're making me stand. Never will fall, never will it. Shot like a rocket up into the sky, nothing can stop me tonight. You make me feel invincible. Flame powerful, just like a tidal wave. You make me brave, you're my titanium. Fight song, raising up, like the roar of victory in a stadium. Who can touch me, 'cause I'm who can stop me tonight? You make me feel invincible. I feel it, invincible. I feel it, invincible. Here we go up.
All right, what's up, Mouth Pagers? Happy Monday, Yom Shani. I am Rabbi Yak, located in Santa Rosa, which is a suburb of San Francisco. Wow. It's April 1st. Happy April 1st. Fool's Day, right? Isn't it April Fool's Day? So I'm not a rabbi. April Fools. I'm just kidding. I am a rabbi. Rabbi Yak here. Mouth Page is an online spiritual community, and we're an online Jewish synagogue. Every Monday through Thursday, we do our live week night of motivations. And this Friday, we're going to start back up our Shabbat on the Go service. So check it out. I'm pumped. Hope you're all pumped. So here we go. We've been going live now for just a tad smidge over 2 years. We're over 183,000 diehard Mouth Pagers liking us and following us on Facebook. That is crazy. Let's do the Shema, the declaration of faith in one God. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kavod Mahuto Le'olam Ve'ed. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Blessed be the name of his glorious kingdom forever and ever. So tonight we're going to talk about Kashrut. Kashrut is the Jewish dietary law. Now, see, normally Mouth Page doesn't really do this. We don't really kind of do the typical way that normal Jewish rabbis do this, but I was watching someone do this the other day, and I was interested in the way that they did it. And it was very like a teacher, which rabbi means teacher, and that was good. But it wasn't the Mouth Page way. So let's do it the Mouth Page way. How do we make it fun? So first thing is, kosher law is very, very strict. Now, do we all honor it? I love bacon. Whoa, you're not supposed to do that. Ow. Did you know that you, as a Jew, you're not supposed to have milk and meat together? Now, I know some Jews say, well, you could put cheese on fish. Who in the world would want to put cheese on fish? I know McDonald's does that. First of all, by the way, did you know McDonald's isn't kosher? And why isn't McDonald's kosher? Because they use utensils that touch things that are not kosher. If your utensils touch things that are not kosher, like pork or cheese and meat, like cheeseburgers. So those of you who are like that, McDonald's double quarter pounder with cheese, and you can't eat it. You have to eat the cheese like an hour later. So you grab your meat, eat it, hour later, eat the cheese. Yeah, that's your double cheeseburger right there. You can't eat it that way. So I'll do it a little bit more of the rabbi way, and then I'll give it to you my way. So there are certain animals that may not be eaten. This restriction includes the flesh, organs, eggs, and milk of the forbidden animal. What in the world does that mean? So you're not allowed to eat flesh. So Jeffrey Dahmer is not kosher. You're not allowed to eat organs. Now, what is an organ? You're not allowed to eat organs. Think about that for a moment. What organs can you serve that you're not allowed to eat? Would that include liver? How many of us love liver? Eggs and milk of the forbidden animal. So what eggs can you not eat from a forbidden animal? Think about that. what eggs cannot you eat from a forbidden animal? You can eat eggs from a chicken. Now, you're not allowed to eat eggs from a chicken if it's got blood in it. Think about that. Isn't that interesting? Now, we could sit here and talk all day till we're blue in the face on how do you slaughter an animal. So, let me read this. Of the beasts of the earth, this is from the Bible. Well, which basically refers to the land mammals. That's not from the Bible. But which basically refers to the land mammals with the exception of swarming rodents. You may eat... Ugh, who would want to read a swarming rodent? Yuck. You may eat an animal that has cloven hooves and chews its cud. You may eat that. That's a cow, by the way. That's one of the animals. Any land mammal that does not have both of these qualities is forbidden. The Torah specifies that the camel, the rock badger, which I still want to see what one of those are, the hare, and the pig are not kosher because each lacks one of these two qualifications. Sheep, cattle, goats, and deer are kosher. Yay! Since I love deer. I saw this joke the other day, and I know I'm going to get a lot of traditional Jews or vegans mad at me, but what do you call a vegan or a vegetarian? A bad hunter. I thought that was funny. Because I'm reading all this stuff and I'm thinking, I see all my vegan friends that they won't eat anything that's pretty kosher, actually. They're very good at the kosher diet. But I just thought it was kind of funny because it's like, man, I hope you're not in sales because you're not a very good hunter. And it was a joke. See, that's the difference between Mouth Page, is because we like to give it to you the fun way, right? We like to give it to you that way. So of the things that are in the water, here we go, water. I love fish. This is really tough for me. You may eat anything that has fins and scales, which I do not like that because the little bones that stick in your jaw or your teeth. Man, have you ever tried to pick a bone out after you just got done eating like a salmon? Oh, it sucks. So thus, shellfish such as lobster, oysters, man, I love lobster, I love oysters, shrimp, I love shrimp. I do break out a lot though when I eat shellfish. Clams and crabs are all forbidden. So fish like tuna, carp, salmon, and herring are all permitted. Now, when we hear Jews talk about this, why do we talk about this? All I hear is the rules and the laws. But let's have an explanation. So, do you think that God just made this up, or God put this in the 5 books of the Torah because he likes to have fun with us? No, because of the evil that's going to cause your body. Now, what do I mean by the evil? My sisters were making, and I know I've got people watching right now probably shaking their head and laughing. They were making a dish of something. And I was so pumped, because my mom loves to fry ground meat. So I'd walk in and grab some, throw it in my mouth. I thought it was hamburger. But apparently that day, my parents or my family or my sisters were making egg rolls. And that was pork. And man, let me tell you, I was sick for 3 days, constant throwing up. See, God knows what he's talking about. I love shellfish. Even though I'm not supposed to eat it as a Jew, I love shrimp. I love lobster. I'm not going to lie. But I'll tell you, have you ever went to Panda? They have that yummy honey walnut shrimp. They actually boil the tail. So when you're eating that yummy, scrumptious dinner that's all like breaded and just heavenly goodness, they're boiling the tail. Man, that thing just sits in your belly and just eats and scratches away. It's not good for you. And if I overeat too much shellfish, I break out. So God knows what he's talking about, or she's talking about. I say God is a he, but God's a she. What God is talking about, it's crazy, right? Not to mention it's super high in cholesterol. See, God is trying to keep us safe. God wants us to be careful what we eat. Because remember, with the lobster and all the shellfish, what are those shells? That is their defense from their enemy. You're eating their shell. That shell protects them. And what is that little shell going to do to your insides? It's like a little razor blade, isn't it? So you see what I'm saying? God doesn't want us to eat these animals for our safety and for our protection. Of the winged swarming things, winged insects, a few are specifically permitted, but the sagers are no longer. They are also forbidden. Rodents, reptiles, and insects are all forbidden. So, you ain't gonna see me eating a snake. Let me tell you that right now. And if you think I'm gonna be snacking on some little slimy little cricket, that ain't gonna happen either. But it's funny, right? Because when we look at this, we're not allowed to eat certain things. We're not. We're also not allowed to eat certain types of meats the way they were cut. If you go to a lot of stores, especially here in California and Trader Joe's, they have a lot of symbols that show if it's kosher or vegan. If it says vegan, it's pretty close to kosher. However, kosher is very specific, the way that certain things are cut, certain things are made. Utensils are huge. There are so many fast food restaurants that you could possibly go to and eat because they might serve like vegan this or vegan that. But if they serve regular meat with like cheese or pork, then it's not kosher. If it mixes together, it's not kosher. Now, can we technically eat it? You bet. You can, but don't forget what it means. So when you see a lot of the Jews are very cautious of what they eat, it's because of what's said in the Bible. God says this in Leviticus and in Deuteronomy, what we can and cannot eat. Leviticus especially. Leviticus is a book that a lot of religious leaders will talk about like this, but they leave out a lot of the other stuff. I don't really hear Leviticus really talked about too much because, well, read the book. Read it over and over and over, and you'll see why. It's pretty interesting. But this is where the Jews get our commandments. See, most people think that there's just 10 commandments. There's 613 commandments in the Bible, people, just so you know. So, look at that. I'm actually showing my rabbi skills here. I'm actually talking rabbi here. Normally I don't do that. But I just want you guys to know that because Passover's coming and for you Christians, Easter's coming. But see, I love it that Christians don't follow kosher law, but yet Christians honor the first 5 books of the Torah. So, Christians should honor this too because they are so close to the Jewish people in that same way. So, Leviticus makes it very strong. Just like I see Christians not honoring the Catholic rules, where Catholics say, well, I'm going to give up this for 40 days during Lent. Lutherans do it too. This is all kind of intertwined with each other. Christians and Jews have basically the same holiday coming up, just like in Hanukkah, right? We celebrate Hanukkah real close to Christmas. We celebrate Passover. Sometimes like this time, it's going to go right into Easter. So this is very important for all of us because if you really want to follow the right way, you're not supposed to use utensils that are violating the kosher law. Now, if you're shaking your head going yada, 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 I saw this at Chipotle, and you could ask my sister because I came home complaining like no other. I know you're not supposed to mix meat and cheese together, but I love their steak quesadillas. I went over there, and this is pretty kosher in a sense, but it's more like vegan kosher. But I asked for a steak quesadilla, so the person grabbed the tortilla, put the cheese, which I really thought it was kind of funny the way that they did it. But anyway, so they put the cheese on it, they folded it up, They put it in the little thing, got it all melted, and then opened it up, and then put the cold steak in there. Two problems there. Do we see the problem here? Now, does that even sound kosher to you? Now, yeah, I know meat and cheese isn't kosher. He wasn't wearing gloves. That was number one problem. Number two, how long was that cold meat sitting in that dang vent? For however long. See, you can sterilize things when it's heated up. So, and I asked him, I said, I don't want this. And he looked at me like I was speaking a whole language that he didn't understand. And he's like, well, why not? I says, well, first of all, you were not wearing gloves and you reopened up my cooked food to put cold food in there. Well, that's for the vegetarians. So why don't you actually go out and buy a specific thing? Right? You use vegetarians for there, and you use for regular meat, cheese people that are not vegetarians over here, right? But I did like the fact that they didn't want to mix the utensils. So I thought that was interesting, because in kosher law, that's what you're not supposed to do. If you're going to serve stuff for kosher people, then you can't use the utensils to, flip your pork or put it with the cheese. So I thought that was really interesting that they did that. I was fumed because I was like, you're going to put cold meat in my hot food. This is just all kinds of wrong with your dirty hands. So I was freaking out because that's not how I make my quesadillas. I know I'm not supposed to eat them because that's not kosher, but if I'm going to make my quesadilla, it's the right way. You put all that stuff in, you flip it, and you put it in it, and it gets all nice and heat and melted. But since then, I noticed that they don't do that no more. Maybe there was a lot of Jews that were like, what are you doing? But a lot of Jews shouldn't be eating that. Maybe just the universalist types, the energetic type of Jews to eat that. But I just thought it was kind of funny. So anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. It has been fun. I'm going to continue this tomorrow. But I'm getting a lot of laughs over here because I usually don't do this kind of stuff. I usually don't talk Rabbi Jew with you guys. So I thought it was kind of fun tonight. So you guys can kind of learn a little bit about what we're all about and why we're so weird. Can't eat milk and meat together. Can't eat a lot of things, but a lot of us do. Hey, man, I love you all so much. Don't forget, help others to be nice. Be careful what you eat this holiday season. Yes, there's a holiday coming up. Passover, Easter. For all my Christian brothers and sisters, Easter is coming up. Passover is coming up real soon, too. I love you all so much. God bless. Laila Tov. I'll see you all tomorrow. Amen.
Again, I will not give in. I've got a reason to fight. Every day we choose, we